Scouts never surrender, we shall never surrender. Scouts never surrender, we shall never surrender. That's why we say Baden Powell. Baden Powell, Baden Powell is our founder.
Baden Powell,
Yes.
Baden Powell, Baden Powell is our founder.
Wow, you're most welcome on SSTV Uganda. We are building a scout mentality. Our viewers, keep sharing, liking, and commenting. We'd like to hear from you. What are your reactions to the programs that we give you? What should we change? What should we increase? We would like to hear from you. I'm your host, Engineer Claire Nachibirango, on our program, The Celebrated Scout. We are celebrating our scouts before God calls them off, because it's natural to go back to where we came from. We all came from God. But before we go, we should be celebrated. We should be loved. We should be liked. We should be cared for. So SSTV Uganda, we are caring for our scouts and we love them. We're celebrating them. With us, we have our BP from Mbale. You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
You're very fine.
Yes, please.
Why are you BP?
My passion and the love for scouting and what I have done in Mbale made the young people to appreciate me by calling me the BP of Mbale, which has also not only been in Mbale, but now the BP of Uganda from Mbale. So I'm indeed humbled to be called the BP, and
Yes.
it's because of what I do and what the young people know about me when it comes to scouting. So I'm so proud about the name, and I've always done my best to make sure that I defend the name.
So you wanted to be celebrated.
Surely, I am so worthy because of what I've done in terms of scouting, not only in Mbale, but
In Uganda.
in Uganda generally.
Because Nasana people know you as BP Mbale.
I'm so
Once you
humbled.
say BP, automatically that's Mbale.
I'm so humbled.
Awe Masaba.
Yes.
Can you greet us in Masaba?
Mulembe bamasaba mwesi mwenayo bamasaba semasina bananga okurutusamo nga se niye district commissioner weba scout mu Mbale era ndi likabi nilisanyo ligali kubanga ndikuganika esi bamasaba mwesi kubiyambagana ni scout mu Uganda ni scout mu Mbale ni scout mu Bugisu nasimire nabi kuba ku SSTV nganganika esi bamasaba mwanyala nabi.
Wanyela nabi. How is our Mukuka?
The Omukoka is good and is in perfect health, and with the same love and the passion to serve the young people. And wherever he goes, he's speaking about scouting. And so we are so proud to associate with him. And I believe together with him, we shall make this world a little better than we found it.
Long live our Mukuka. We love you so much. I, Claire, I love you so much. And I pray our friendship lasts forever. And Nasana Scouts, SSTV Uganda, we are proud of you. We like your courage and your time for scouting. We really love that. And you're always there for us. Thank you for loving Scouts and thank you for standing with Scouts. Long live Omukoka. Yes, we are back to our BP. What does BP mean for the friends of scouting? We don't know that.
For the friends of scouting, BP means Baden Powell. And I got that name some good years ago when I started becoming a little bit creative in the way I do my scouting. I am famously known as BP for one reason, and that was the creativity in terms of the entertainment parade. That is known in the whole country. Actually, when we talk about Mbale in terms of scouting, most people would always remember it because of the entertainment parade. So I used to sit down as a young man, think about what I could be able to do with the young people in terms of outdoor activities, and that's when I came up with an idea of what we call the 5-star entertainment parade. The 5-star entertainment parade is a combination of 18 parades, which I command once, and then the young people do them. So when we do that, that's when the young people felt like, yeah, I think I'm now the other BP. So they said even without the real Baden Powell who founded scouting in Uganda, they felt like I am there to represent the original Baden Powell who founded the scout movement.
You give us a sample of the commands. You never know, I may try.
Wow, that is so great. The command goes as follows. Scouts at ease, alert, at ease, alert. By the left, represent a square march. Turn on your left, represent a German slow march. Turn on your right, represent our founders march. Turn on your left, represent Baden Powell's march. Turn on your right, atomic parade number 1. Turn on your left, atomic parade number 2. Turn on your right, atomic parade number 3. Turn on your left, atomic parade number 4. Turn on your right, atomic parade number 5. Turn on your left, represent our FF parade. Turn on your right, represent our FJ parade. About and up. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Turn. Eyes in front, action their hands. No more speed. One by one. Forwards, move. That is how the command of the parade is. And that is the reason that the scouts said, this is our BP. Thank you so much. Please, it's a pleasure.
I'm so grateful to have hosted you, and glory be to God who has made us have SSTV.
Amen.
We also celebrate you, Engineer Nkoyo, for the initiative of SSTV. Long live Engineer Nkoyo, because without you, we didn't have felt this. I've really enjoyed the command. Yes. Now I'm just imagining the scouts following the command, now demonstrating, marching, left, right, left.
Yes. It is fun, and actually it's coming to Nansana.
Wow,
I will bring it, I will train the young people in Nansana.
You come and
they can
train.
Be part of the fun.
Yes, because we are launching our camping ground on 1st December this very year, 2023. Who would like to demonstrate such a beautiful item?
Surely.
Wow.
And I promise I will be there to train the young people, and when we are celebrating in Nansana, the young people should present those parades as one of the ways we can appreciate the efforts of Engineer Nkoyo.
Sure.
I'm indeed humbled to associate with Nansana Scouts and Engineer Nkoyo and Madame Claire. We are so humbled to associate with you people, and as Mbale, as Elgon region, I'm indeed so proud of you people. And I promise that our relationship with you will continue forever.
We are here to celebrate our BP. What are your real names? Because we saw the other version of BP, so it was taking us at a very high speed.
Yes.
Now let's lower it down. Who are you?
My name is Okurut Sam. Okurut Sam is an Itesot by tribe, and born in Mbale, grew up in Mbale from nursery to university in Mbale. Joined scouting in 1997 while in P3, and so happy to have been part of the scouting journey. And I personally always say that ever since I joined scouting, I have never regretted the journey, given the fact that my entire life is a testimony of scouting. Scouting has been there for me as a young man, because I have learned a lot, right from the skills, right from learning how to survive, even without my parents. I know they are still alive, but I can do without them, and I'm able to move on. So I thank my leaders who introduced me to scouting, and of which I am sure that they are also happy to see that I am growing to greater heights when it comes to scouting. But one biggest testimony I have about scouting, when I finished my senior 6, life became a little hard and things were not as simple, because I grew up with a single mother, but my father is there. So when I finished senior 6, she didn't have money to take me to campus. Then the following year, my follower also finished the senior 6. So I told her that, Mommy, you to first take my follower, because I was going to do a medical course, and for me I was going to do social sciences. So I told her, you first take him to school, then for me. Actually, I told her in Luganda that Mama Zenja Kweya. Then she wondered how I would Kweya. So in a short while, Uganda Christian University happened to have advertised, and they wanted people to join them as the security personnel. By then I was working, I was volunteering with the association in Mbale as the assistant district commissioner in charge of training. So everybody would look at this person in charge of training, but I put all that aside and I looked forward to achieve a future. And that is when I took a decision and I said I can join UCU as a security personnel. While in UCU, it's when I picked up the forms to start to apply for the bachelor's in public administration, and that was in the year 2012. And that is when I was given the course and I enrolled. The classmates were supportive, and in 2017...
You're taking that as an SP.
Yes, please.
You came as the security hand?
Yes, please.
First of all, what have you been to school? Before I go your time,
Yes. Yes.
your seatbelt.
Yes, please.
Then you lowered yourself,
Yes.
not being proud, but askari. So from askari, there is an opportunity of
Enrolling for the course.
more of a different course now, public administration.
Yes, please.
Not social science.
Yes, please.
Scouts, we need to be so smart. When you're a scout, you think differently and utilize each and every chance that comes to your life. So I'm so emotional about your story. Thank you very much. Let me say, you deserve to be celebrated for sure.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
very
Thank
rare
you. Thank
to
you.
find someone who can dedicate his chance.
I'm
another
so
person.
grateful. Please.
People are always greedy.
That's true.
Cannot be.
That's true.
You were not a student at UC.
No, I finished the course in
No,
2017.
by that time,
Yes, by that time,
you became a student.
yes, I became a student, and my young brother was doing his course in Zambia medical school. Was doing a diploma in nursing, and I was doing a bachelor's in public administration at
And
Uganda.
then your mommy scored 2 goals at a go. You both
Yes.
joined the university.
Yes, and while at the university, the advantage I had is Uganda Christian University gave me a platform that they didn't give me the pressure like they would give to any other students because I was working with them while studying. So they supported me a lot, and by 2017, I was able to graduate with a bachelor's in public administration.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, from that, you came back to be the DC Mbale.
Yes. After my graduation, a few years after my graduation, that was now in 2000. Actually, that very year when I graduated, it is when we were supposed to have elections for Mbale Scout Council. And since I'd served before in the position of the ADC in charge of training, very many people looked at me as a person who had the potential to lead them. I looked at it in a world that I was still a young man, but they thought it wise and said, no, even if you're young, but this is the time. I had to accept the challenge, and in 2017, up to date, I've been serving as the district commissioner for Scouts in Mbale, in the position of the district commissioner.
Wow, thank you very much.
Please, I'm humbled.
Oh, you said you joined scouting in primary.
Yes,
then.
yes, please.
Could you remember the inspiration that made you join scouting
I
at that early age?
Yeah, surely. At that age, I looked at the way these young people would always do things voluntarily. And I remember what inspired me most was when the young people at school by then would recite the Scout Promise and sing the parts of the Scout Law. So it really touched me a lot, and I was like, wow, I think I can also do this. Then when I was seeing the parade work, I loved the parade so much, and I was like, I think when I join this, I can be a better person. That is what majorly inspired me into scouting at that age.
That's why when you grew up, you even innovated your commands.
Exactly. I felt like the young people should have something more than what they. Yes.
Wow. Which school did you attend?
In primary, I was in Aga Khan Primary School in Mbale. From Aga Khan Primary School, I also later on in P7, I crossed to Namatala Primary School. From Namatala Primary School, I went to Oxford High School for my high school from senior 1 to senior 3. Then senior 4, I started from Manafa High School. Senior 6, I also started from Manafa High School. That is.
Campus, UCU.
Then campus, I was at UCU Mbale campus.
Mbale campus?
Yes, please.
Oh, they have a campus in Mbale.
Yes,
I didn't
please.
know.
Yes, please.
I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate all the teaching staff of different universities, different schools that stand with students in their times of school, their times of looking for the future, and you help them. Thank you very much. May God award you for that, and may God bless you for that. Yes, for being passionate and being good parents to us, the students who come with our issues. Yes, Mr. BP.
Yes, please.
How do you feel to be the BP, by the way, before I proceed?
I feel a little sweet, especially having the title of our founder.
I like the word
And
sweet.
then when everybody feels like, okay, because everywhere I go, people are getting on to adapt to the name
BP.
more than my real names. So I feel like I have a lot to do, especially in terms of protecting the image of the name. So and that's why you see that each time I'm given a platform to serve the young people, I always tend to give it the best so that I can be of more value to the young people who are the owners of these activities. So it feels so sweet.
So sweet.
Yes, please.
And I'm sure I'm enjoying the interview. Hopefully the viewers of SSTV also enjoy. Yes, we are with our BP Mbale. What achievements have you got in scouting?
I have a project
Yeah.
which I have done, though it is not yet complete. But I'm so happy that it's one of the achievements I've benefited from scouting. And I actually had to name it after our founder's resting place in Nyeri. I called the place Parks 2, Cottages and the Leisure Center, which is under construction in the Parisa district, at the landing site at the shores of Lake Choga.
So Nasana should come and visit.
Surely, that is one of the biggest achievements that I've had in scouting. Besides now exposing me in terms of leadership, because if it wasn't for scouting, I don't think anybody would get to know who Okurut was. So I'm so happy that it has given me a platform to be seen as a responsible leader. Schools have embraced scouting. Different stakeholders have embraced scouting. So that one alone gives us a positive mindset about how scouting is impacting on the young people. Then number two, looking at the activities that the young people are involved in, which include empowering them with the life skills. All these, when we look at scouting, it's all about young people. So for us as leaders and adults, we come in to support the young people and give them the platform that they can be able to enjoy the activities. So I'm so happy that all this is for the good of the young person. So all that is part of what we are achieving here. Then now looking at the exposure these young people are getting. I personally have very many young people from Mbale who are coming to Kazi for the first time, who even had to cross the River Nile for the first time. So I think all these opportunities that we're able to expose the young people to me, I don't take it for granted, because I'm sure the young people have a testimony to go and give back to their parents and to their respective communities. Then what I can also talk about is the level of life skills that these young people are learning. When you look at our competitions, these competitions are majorly encouraging young people to learn a lot about life skills, which they will in turn use to be what they can adapt to their career and their future. So I don't take that for granted, because I know it is impacting on the young people positively.
Okay, we are still with our BP Mbale. Yes, talked about the camp activity. Yes. What other achievements apart from the creation, the positions, the leadership, exposure, have you really got in scouting? Have you traveled?
Yes. Scouting has exposed me so much in terms of travels, because I've personally been to Burundi because of scouting. I've personally been to Nairobi because of scouting. And those are all the times I used to take my teams for East African competitions. Besides me doing the other thing I told you about that made me been called as BP, I've also been so much into mentoring young people in terms of the real competitive scouting, because I have taken young people for national and East African competitions, and of which I've made Uganda proud, because in 2010 I have a team from Zesui which won a trophy both in Uganda and in the East African competitions in Nairobi. Then later on, I also had a team in 2011 that was St. Paul's College, which also brought both the national and East African trophy. Later on, I also had a team from Master Scouts, which brought both the national and East African trophy. Then in 2018, I had the Nyondo PTC, which traveled to Burundi, where we had challenges. But at the end of the day, still, I'm sure I would have brought the trophy to Uganda. So all that is part of the achievement that I've had in scouting, and I'm proud that I've moved to these places because of the platform that scouting has given me.
What I've realized in your talk is once you do good, you get good in return.
Surely.
And the achievements accounted on you, because all those students, all those scouts who participated in all those competitions, they can never forget about BP.
That's true.
They can never.
That's true.
They always think about you, they always pray for you. So you're getting more and more every day.
That's very true.
Yes. Have you encountered some challenges as a leader?
As a leader, the biggest challenge that I've encountered is the inadequate support from relevant stakeholders who would have really done a lot to support the young people. And that one has been a little bit of a challenge in the execution of our activities as scouts. So at times you feel like you need to do something for the good of the young people, but then at times you're held back because you look at the financial implication in order to cause an impact. At times it becomes a little hard. So that's where I have got a little bit of challenges, despite the zeal and the passion to make sure that the young people benefit from the activities.
What solutions have you created for such?
I have been personally creative, and I've learned one thing, and that is always to use the locally available materials. And also using my social capital and the connections with the people who matter to make sure that I am able to move events. Then I've also learned to work within the means, to be contented with the little we have, but we can achieve much. So you find it that at some point, like of a few months ago, around March, we had the launch of an activity which was called the Elgon Conservation Scouts. It was a big project, and in my world, I had a budget of around 200 scouts, whom I was expecting to have. Then to my shock is when I had the 870 scouts. Then I thought of it and like, how would I feed these scouts? But still within my networks, I was able to really bring out an activity which was felt all over the country. And we had the launch of the Elgon Conservation Scouts, which is now a little very active in Mbale. And I also want to appreciate our partners, who among them include Uganda Wildlife Authority, who are supporting my programs, and they are supporting the badge system, which we call the Panda Conservation Badge. And the young people are doing a lot of activities to ensure that they achieve that badge and are able to move places because of the opportunities that different life partners have given us. So with that, I really don't regret the journey. Yes.
So you're using your social capital to create enough income to support the programs that you have for the youth?
Yes, please. Yes, and actually, when you look at most of our activities, at times they always say our activities are very expensive. When it comes to scouting, people think about it like it's very expensive because of the materials, because of a lot of stuff that we need. But at the end of the day, looking at some of the connections I've had with the personal friends, like for example, Engineer Koyoyo, he came to Mbale and he sponsored the printing of all the certificates for the scouts in Mbale.
Thank
so
you very much,
we don't
Koyoyo.
take that for granted. We are so grateful to Engineer Koyoyo and SSTV for really taking up the role of printing certificates for all the young people during the Mbale Scout Camp. And they printed over 380 certificates for the young people. So we want to say thank you so much. Then I also want to take this opportunity to appreciate Mr. Muga Uthman, the director, Roots Cafe, for also being there to support the young people. Even when we were coming, I invited him to flag us off, and he was able to raise 2 million shillings for the scouts of Mbale to come for the national camp. Indeed, we are so grateful. That has kept me moving. That besides having challenges, there are people who are able to come up and stand with me because of the love and the passion they have for scouting. So I am indeed so humbled.
As I told you, we are still with our BP Mbale, and we are here to inspire more scouts to work very hard, really in their time of training and their time of leadership. You need to work very hard, just like the separate scouts that we are bringing for you, to learn from them how are they handling life of scouting with other social life. How are they handling, so that you can also be a star like them, because they are stars. When you look at Mr. Okrut, he's a star. He's a star, and he says it feels so sweet to be the BP.
That is true.
What are your hobbies as a scout?
I love reading. I love adventure. It is a part of me. Then I love having fun and hanging out with friends. and of course friends who matter and who help me grow.
Friends who matter, not every friend.
Not every friend.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any other word of encouragement to give us? Any empowering story? Any encouragement that you can give to the scouts?
Yes, I always tell the young people that scouting is one of the best movements that you can be able to join and not regret the journey. When you look at the mission and when you look at our founder's last message, it inspires me a lot. It speaks about real life, that when a young person follows it, they will never go wrong in terms of life. There is a part where he tells us that one way towards happiness is by sharing happiness with others. So in whatever I do always as a person, I always think and look at how useful would I be to other people. So I want to encourage the young people outside there that let us also give happiness to other people, just like our founder Baden Powell told us. Then there's also one thing I've learned so much about life, especially from Baden Powell's last message. And that is the part where he tells us that live a healthy life while you are a boy, so that you can enjoy while you are a man. That one alone has been one of the parts of the founder's message that I have made personal in my life. Because each time I feel like things are getting out of hand in terms of my life, I remember I am a scout. I remember about Baden Powell's last message, where he tells me to live a healthy life so that I can, as a boy, so that I can enjoy when I'm a man. And that one has helped me to live a responsible life, that each time I am really thinking I need to be of an impact to the young people and also make sure that they live a rightful life so that they can also enjoy in future. So that message still cuts across, even to the young girls. It is telling us to live a healthy life when you are girls so that you can enjoy when you are women. So when you look at that, most of the young people tend to make mistakes in life when they are young. By the time they grow, they are either dying when they are young because of the decisions they could have taken when they are young. So I want to encourage the young people outside there that let us live a worthy life while we are young so that we can enjoy in future when we are men and women.
Our BP.
Yes.
For sure, I'm also learning more and more every time you speak, and
please.
I'm honored to be with you.
Please.
Sharing the same seat.
Please.
It's a pleasure.
Please.
Yeah. We didn't know about your parents. Could we know about them?
Yes, my father is Mr. Odai Alfred, is from Palisa, and my mother is Kiteng Florence. She's also from Palisa. But I am the mother's family, and in our family, we're all produced by different fathers, but being brought up by one mother. Our parents, especially the fathers, were not all that. I can say all that so responsible, because when you look at our entire education, it was because of our mothers. And that's why I'm so proud about women. And I don't take anybody called a woman for granted, because I know they have made us what we are. So entirely, my mother has been there for me and my siblings, and made sure that she has supported us to all study. Actually, she has taken all of us to school, and we are all professionals in different fields because of our mothers.
What message do you have to the fathers who don't take their responsibilities?
I want to appeal to the fathers that children are a blessing, and when you fail to perform your responsibility as a father, there is always a curse that moves with you, and you'll never have happiness. And as I talk right now, I always look at my father. I personally don't have any grudge against him, but at times he also feels small for the reason that I have been able to become successful in life even without his hand. I remember at some point when I was graduating, he wanted me to go with him for my graduation. And I looked at it not so well with me, and I decided to take a friend for my graduation because I didn't want a person to reap what he had not sown. So I want to appeal to the fathers outside there. Let us be responsible. I am personally a father of 5 beautiful girls, and I know it is my responsibility to take care of them and make them better women in future. So to all the fathers outside there, let us be responsible.
And we like also to celebrate the responsible fathers like our BP, like my father, Mr. Chivilango Charles. Thank you very much for being good parents, good fathers above all, for loving us, for paying our school fees, for feeding us, for paying our medical bills, and being there for us in times of trouble and talks. We thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. BP, for all the love you have for Scouts. We request you to send some greetings to the...
Wow. I want to send my regards to my mother and the father, that as a child, I love you all. To my beautiful wife, yeah, thank you for being there. Though I have not officially legalized the issues, but she has been there. To my beautiful daughters, I want to say I love you so much, and I am sure that when you follow the scouting journey that Daddy has followed, you will never regret the journey. To the Scouts of Mbale, thank you for the platform that you have given me. To the leaders of Elgon region, the district commissioners, the DECs, and all other ADCs, thank you for loving me, and thank you for giving me the platform to impact on the young people. To the entire Scout fraternity, thank you for the value you have put in me. Thank you for giving me the platform to serve the young people. And I believe that together we can leave this world a little better than we found it. But I also want to take this opportunity to thank and appreciate SSTV, to appreciate Engineer Nkoyoyo, to appreciate Madam Claire, and the entire team of SSTV for the platform you have given us to come and be able to share our experiences with the young people. And I am sure that together we shall never regret the journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our BP, Mr. Okrut. We love you so much and we celebrate your life. We shall keep on celebrating your life because you're of value, you're of good to the community of Scouting and the world at large. I've learned a lot from this 1-hour discussion, and I also promise to keep the name shining. Though I'm not the BP, but I promise to keep the principles that he set for us, the promise and then the law, to make me a better Scout every day. Keep liking, sharing, commenting on the posts of SSTV, and we are still bringing you more other celebrated Scouts. We love you so much. For God and our country. Bye-bye.